Alright, hey out there, Blunty. This here is a response to your video on the Nintendo Wii. And I was just gonna say that, first of all, I've been watching your videos for quite a while now. I think you were actually the first person that I was subscribed to on YouTube. And, I've always wanted to reply, and now I actually have something to say. The Nintendo Wii, as you were saying, is actually the most fun thing that I have ever partaken on in the electronics world. There's just not much to it, and it's fantastic, and everything works completely flawlessly. Although I will say that some of the launch games, which have been hyped up to be pretty good, are not as good as they say they are. For instance, Red Steel, it's okay. You know, you'd expect that a sword fighting game on the Wii would be absolutely fantastic, but in fact, they tried a little bit too hard and just didn't quite get it. Call of Duty, on the other hand, Call of Duty 3, a game that I normally wouldn't buy, and on the PS2 or the other versions of Call of Duty, I didn't like it and I had no interest in ever playing it, but that in fact is the most fun game that I seem to have gotten so far on the Wii. Except, of course, for Zelda, which is amazing. I got it last night, right? Or it came in the mail yesterday. I was working all day. I couldn't play it till last night. And when I finally got it, I played it, and fantastic. And let me tell you something. I don't know how you felt about the Wind Waker, whether you played that, but I fucking hated that game. I thought it was the stupidest, like, most retarded Zelda shit, like, ever. Like, I wanted to fucking go back, and I bought after I played that game, I got, like, halfway through. I was like, fuck this game. And I bought, the re-release of the Ocarina of Time for the GameCube. It was called Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and it was like the same thing, but with some mixed up, dungeons. Anyway. The Twilight Princess is absolutely fantastic, and Wii Sports is fantastic. The only thing that I have to say about the Wii is that because of its controller scheme, it does lose out on some games. I mean, in a perfect world, you know, the Wii would work excellent on everything, but I just have to say that so far, all of the racing games, that's, you know, car driving games that I would play, they just don't work properly. I don't know what it's just the control mechanism. Like, you have to hold the controller like this. Actually, in fact, hang on one. All right. So anyway, you gotta like hold the controller like this. You know, here it is, little Wii guy, and you gotta hold it like this. And to steer, you want to steer left. Steer left. You want to steer right. Steer right. And it doesn't seem to work properly, because when you're in because this here makes it seem more like you'd be actually driving a real car, right? Because you have to be like turning. And the problem with this is that in a real car, this is not going to turn your car all the way around. You'd have to, you know, to like parallel park or whatever, I don't know, but you get the point. Like, it's like detached, you know, like it's not attached to anything like a stick or anything. So when you're turning, it just doesn't seem to work. So like, you always turn too much or you turn too little, and it's just impossible to figure out. But this thing's kind of cool. I got this with one of the games. You can like stick the controller in here, and you know, you can still push that button. And that does make it actually a teensy bit easier. Anyway, this is going to be a long video response. I don't want to have to make you sit through everything, but I hope that when you get your Wii, if you get it, because it sounds like they got a lot of pre-orders out there. I bet it's going to sell out in Australia too. I don't know whether it's sold out in America here, but I do know that it is absolutely impossible to find any Wii or any Wii accessory. That includes controllers, the nunchucks, the classic controller, the component cables, anything that is not a game you cannot buy. It's just not there. Anyway, Blunty, I'll see you later. And I know that, you know, you and I both we both do this thing when we say goodbye at the end of our videos. And I have to say, I just want you to know that I am not actually copying you when I do this. That's just something I've done my whole life, and it is something that we share in common. So, you know. Alright.